So, just staying on the whole concept of a giant and a swing and everything like that, it is, especially for girls, but especially, girls are lighter, bars are made of timber because they're lighter. Boys, when they're older, they're heavier, twice made of steel. But you end up getting the same result, whether it's girls or guys. Okay? This is taking the place of the bar, just so I can show you. When you're looking at the bar, it's harder with little gymnasts, because it's hard to see because they don't have the weight to do it. But what you're basically after is, again, centrifugal force. So something like that, that's the feet, the gymnast's feet is the red thing. If you're going around in a circle, it's quite easy to go around, very easy. If you cut down in any way, it's hard to go back up again. Very simple, but that's basically how it works out to be. So if you start to cut your circle down in any way, you start to have problems. So that's kind of the first thing you want to look at if you're not going around in a giant or whatever, is are they cutting down their giant? And again, I will get to how to straddle and overcome that problem, but when you first learn a giant or a swing, you want to stay in this circle, in this circular motion. It's the same thing. If you're going in a perfect circle, you will see the bar do this. As the gymnast bails, what we call a bail, as they bail, they should be pushing on the bar, and they actually want to be pulling away from the bar as they start to bail. Bail, the bar will then come down with their weight, it'll do a big circle, and they'll come back up to a handstand. So that's what you'll end up seeing. Obviously this is overdoing it, but that's what you'll see. You see the bar get through this, around, and back up. When you start talking about doing dismounts, and you want to go away from the bar, people say, well, how do I go away from the bar? It's exactly like this. This is why the bars are like this and they're not metal for girls and metal that doesn't work for boys. It's because the whole idea of going away from the bar is to do this. You want to get the direction of the bar pulling that way. That way it slingshots you away from the bar. If you want to do a decache, you want to go back over the bar, so you want the bar to be doing this. And it'll slingshot you back over the bar. Which brings me back to the swing and the direction of your tap. The direction of your tap is going to give you that bar movement whichever you want. For a swing though, we just want a circle. We don't want it to be jolting or anything like that. Another good concept for kids. Ready, kiddo? Now, I'm pretty sure I talked about this like the first 1 or 2 times. The human body does things naturally. And the biggest thing that the human body does is it follows your head. So, I'm pretty sure I've been through this. So if your head is back, your body naturally wants to up. If your head is forward, your body naturally wants to hold and close. And that is something that we're dealing with. The first thing when you're looking at anything in gymnastics is know where the head should be or where you want it to be and look for that, because that's going to help the gymnast. Then the first problems that I look at is obviously the head. And what you'll normally see is this with the head, the head's too far in. And what that does, it makes it harder for them to stretch their shoulders, it makes it harder for them to open. And then the other problem is that their head's back. And then the same problem, it puts them like this under the bar. So they're going to be open here, but they're going to be closed here. So, and this can all be just fixed simply by their head. The other thing that I look for is the correct amount of effort into gymnastics. A lot of gymnasts, especially on high bar or bars or whatever, it becomes scary, so they hold on tighter. When they hold on here, they're also holding on here, and they're also holding on here. So you end up with gymnasts like swinging like this. That's the other thing that you have to look forward for really early when you start teaching girls, is that they're not holding on too tight. They're able to just hold on and relax. So their whole body should be relaxed. So they should be able to, you should see, this still looks relaxed, but it's actually not. That's relaxed. So I can still stay tight, but relaxed. I can still hang on, but I'm relaxed. And that's another concept that they need to understand. I want to talk about rips and that later, but this is a big problem why girls get a lot of rips is because they're holding onto the tight for dear life. Get them to relax a little. Okay, much good. All I want you to do is to just hang like I just hung. You're short, so you can have a straight leg. So, can you relax a little bit more? There you go. So you just said, just what I said to relax. It's only a little bit, but it's enough. It makes a huge difference so that she's in a great position. So the first thing that they need to understand is that her head is in a neutral position. It shouldn't move from there. She's relaxed. It's great. That's simple. It really is that simple. The next thing is what Michael started calling is wiggles. Is that what you call them?
Yeah, we call them wiggles.
Wiggles. And that's the position of the tap. And that's being able to open their body into this position and close their body into the round position. It's just shaping and positioning and making sure that they understand what positions you want. It's very easy to just get a gymnast up there and just say, swing, you got to tap, yeah. And then you're like, arch under the bar. Well, you put them through the position that you want them in, they understand what you want, it's easier for them to do it. Have you done this before? Wiggles? No? So what I want to do is I just want you to hang on the bar like we were just doing, and I want you to hang into a hollow position, and then open into an arch position. And then hollow, hollow, arch. Okay? First relax, relax, there you go. Sleep straight away she wants to hold on. Okay, hollow, and relax. And then arch, and then hollow, arch, hollow, arch. See? You can see already, if I try to get her to swing, she'd have big problems because it's coming through her hips and not through her whole body. Okay, so relax. Relax, there you go. And now, arch. Open, and hold. That's better. Open, and hold it. I'm glad that we got someone that's never done this before, because you can see what you start to see. It starts going through her hips here, and not using her whole body. It doesn't have to be big. I'm not after this huge, big, bouncing the bar and using strength, because it's just not necessary. What's necessary is a good technique done at the right time in the right way, and they'll go over. Good. Think you can try that again, a little bit faster, a little bit smoother. Relax. Good. So for me, she's still coming through her hips and not enough through her chest at the back. Just that. Still too much. So I would continue with her with this until she wasn't over hiking. It's only a small amount.
I was also like, can you kind of tell when I was visiting Korea, she did like, you were talking about that hard grip because she was kind of
exactly.
bending, so I guess that's when
and that's why I said if I was
grip.
working with her, I wouldn't go past this because I can see she's not ready to. She's doing
real light grips.
exactly. She should be just light, and it should just be like. When they comprehend that, then you can move on to something else. I'm going to keep moving forward just so I can show you guys what the next stages are. But it's good that you saw that she's doing that. It's so easy to get onto this now. And you won't have the problems later on. So the next thing that we do is whoever just swings. Back track. I keep assuming that people know everything. I just want to. I know you guys do, but I just want to make sure that these things are done. I see Michael doing it all the time, and body shaping. And these girls, I'm sorry, I'm expecting this to be okay if I just every 2 minutes. It's my car. It's on. Hello, Whitney.